The Gold Coast is famous for its beaches, stunning weather, and crystal clear ocean, attracting more people every year to live and visit. But what about the cafes? Are they really set up for digital nomads and remote working?
So this morning I've come down to Currumbin Beach, but I'm not here to have a beach day. I'm actually here to try one of the most popular working cafes around here. It used to be called Stone Studio and it's now called Crocked. Now, I've never been there myself. However, I do have some friends that work online and they say there's a bit of a vibe to work from there. So we'll go and see. I've only got 50% charge on my laptop, so I'm hoping that they have plugs. That's definitely one of the things I look for when I am working in a cafe, as well as Wi-Fi, or at least having good service so I can hotspot myself as well. But right now I'm going to soak up this beautiful bit of sunshine. It's still school holidays, but it's around 8 a.m. It's not too busy. The roads were quiet. And I have to say, I have become a bit of a Southern Gold Coast snob, if you will, because I genuinely think that this is one of the most perfect spots on the coast. This is the most beautiful spot if you want to come for a swim, if you want to come for sunset. The one issue with this area, it is over a flight path. One of the reasons why I would be hesitant to move down here, but definitely a beautiful spot.
Just a 4-minute drive down the road is this cafe which is called Crocked, and it is primarily a pottery studio where they do classes and also have some wheels there as well. But day to day it is also an amazing cafe where you can sit and work and enjoy a great coffee, and I hear that normally it can be pretty busy to work from as well. Now, when I was there, as you can see, it was very quiet, which is great for getting some work done. I really enjoyed being able to watch people spin on the pottery wheel, and it just gave a really artistic and creative space where I just felt really comfortable when I was working. You order everything through the app, and they had a pretty good selection, of course, of all the different types of coffees that were pretty good value. The coffee was delicious, by the way. They also had some really cheap eats. However, this was mainly kind of toasties and melts. But the one issue I did have was the internet. So this is only getting a 2.5 out of 5. It was very slow. I was told by the lady that worked there that it was just the day I was there. So hopefully it's not like this all the time and it's in a bit of a dead spot. So hotspotting yourself also is not an option. Now, the atmosphere, this is getting a 3 out of 5. I would love to bump this up. However, on the day I went, it was really quiet. Now, of course, that depends what you're into. Some people love that. They love being able to get on with their work. Other people want an opportunity to get out the house and talk to others as well. So personally, it just felt a little bit quiet and awkward for me on this day. Menu, I'm being pretty harsh here with a 2.5 out of 5. There just wasn't enough variety for me. Very cheap and easy eats, but not getting top points for menu. Overall, the workability factor, I'm giving this a 2.5 as well. Unfortunately, without internet, it's just not going to be a great place to work, and the table options were just these high stools, which it's not the best in terms of comfort. Overall, I think this really has potential. However, I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5 stars for Crocked Studios. Whilst I was in Currumbin, I thought I'd take the chance to drive just down to Dust Temple, which is another super popular spot in the Currumbin area, and it's absolutely stunning. You feel like you're in an art gallery, and it just has overall cozy and cool vibes. Again, you order through an app, which is not always my favorite, but it is a good way to have a spy of the entire menu. There was a lot more variety in the food options here, and the pricing seemed pretty decent as well. They had lots of really cool drink options too. But I think the thing that made me feel a little bit more motivated here was just the other people here that were also on laptops and getting on with their work. That really makes me feel like I'm in a communal workspace and actually motivates me a lot as well. Has this beautiful courtyard out the back, which can get a little bit hot for working, but the tables and chairs are super comfortable to be at for a longer period of time. A common theme here, but unfortunately this is getting a 2.5 out of 5 stars for internet internet and Wi-Fi, with zero Wi-Fi option and very limited service for when you are trying to hotspot yourself. Now, the atmosphere of this place was definitely a 4 out of 5. It felt a little bit like a casual co-working space. There were lots of other people studying and working, and the overall decor just made you feel really creative. Food menu, we're getting a 4 out of 5. Definitely a lot more variety from the last place, and I really enjoyed my meal. And workability, this is a 3 out of 5. No internet and no quick access to plug sockets means you're not going to be able to do some deep work blocks here either. Overall, really enjoyed. I'm giving this a 3.5 out of 5 stars for Dust Temple. Class was definitely a killer, but it's given me a little bit of energy now. So this is the reason that I love booking classes ahead of time, because this morning I did not want to get up and do that, but I feel so great now, and it's become a bit of a weekly tradition for me to kind of go and do that Pilates class and then come for a beach walk. So I'm about to put my headphones in, go for a quick walk along the beachfront, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of journaling just in the sunshine before we head to a cafe. So the Oxley is a bit of a new venue that's opened up in Nobby's Beach and has quickly become one of the most popular places for people to work from in and around the Gold Coast. It's not just a cafe to work from, it's a whole entire complex with restaurants, supermarket, ice creamery, but the cafe does get super crowded if you don't get there early. I managed to bag a spot in the outside space, which was under shade, and as you can see, there were lots of other people here on their laptops too. Would have preferred an indoor spot in the aircon, but that's what you get when you go to the popular spots on the Gold Coast. You can see all the different types of eateries that you can order from to the one spot. There's lots of sweet and savory options. However, it is a little bit pricey here actually. I believe my iced latte ended up costing me nearly $8. So that's what you get also when you go to the influencer, shall we say, spots too. But nonetheless, the coffee was really, really nice. I managed to get quite a little bit of work done and even managed to do a team call here too. For internet and Wi-Fi, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. I don't believe there was Wi-Fi there. However, I had a really good service and could hotspot myself enough to even do a Zoom call. The atmosphere, 4 out of 5. It's definitely a buzz going on here. However, probably not the best if you want to get your head down and do some deep work. Menu, 4 out of 5. This was definitely the best spot in terms of food options and quality. However, it was on the pricier side. And workability, a 4 out of 5. It's definitely super comfortable. I know you can sit here all day and do some work without them bothering you. However, having that Wi-Fi or an internet option and easy access to a plug would be the thing that would push it to the 5 out of 5 stars. Overall, a really decent experience. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars for the Oxley. Now, I wanted to chuck in a couple of bonus spots here, not necessarily the best for working, but just some super cute spots if you are in and around other areas of the Gold Coast. The first one we have is St. Bart's, which is actually in the industrial estate between Varsity Lakes and Burleigh. Now, this is definitely a Instagram haven. It was super stunning. It's attached to the most beautiful decor and furniture store. It's got an amazing courtyard, great drink options, and overall gives you that kind of Greek and Mediterranean Mediterranean vibes. And the other bonus spot I want to give you before I move on to my favorite cafe to work on in the Gold Coast is a little spot in Burley, which is called Pretty Handsome. Now, this is definitely a if you know, you know spot. Was renovated last year and now has a great rooftop area as well. Great spot to get some sunlight all year round. Not gonna be the fanciest spot, but we often head here in the morning because they do a super cheap brekkie wrap deal, which is just $12.50. Bacon and egg wrap and a coffee as well. So definitely one to add to the list. Finally, and I'm a little bit kind of nervous to give this away because I do think that this is a hidden gem, but this is a spot that we head to every single Sunday. It is called Common Ground and it is in Burley. Now, I can't believe more people are not talking about this space. It's super quiet, super chill. It's got such a cute barn vibe feel, and we've always just felt so comfortable in this space. Now, we have become a little bit regulars. We always end up with an indoor spot. They do have a beautiful outdoor space as well. However, when we're working, we like to be comfortable, tucked away, and feel like we're not bothering people as well. Indoors, we can always find somewhere where we can charge our devices, meaning that we can set up here for multiple hours at a time. The coffee's always great. The staff are incredibly friendly. The chef here is absolutely amazing, and he always lets us try some of his new treats, shall we say, which I know is also because we have been loyal customers here as well. But I would 100% recommend this space if you are looking for a super casual place to get your head down, do a bit of work. As you can see, there's never really too many people here, and we are super productive here a lot of the time. The one thing I will say, it still doesn't have Wi-Fi. I'm yet to find a good Gold Coast cafe that offers all of the things that we're looking for, but we can always hotspot ourselves. We always have service. For that reason, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 stars for internet and Wi-Fi. Atmosphere, a 4 out of 5. Always very comfortable. It's always super bright and airy. It's never too loud. Staff are friendly, and there's a lot of regulars that go in here as well. Menus are 4 out of 5. They have some great options here that are inspired by a lot of different international dishes as well. The food comes super quick, and the chefs are really friendly. And workability, a 4.5 out of 5. And this is where it inches ahead for me. We really feel comfortable here. We can lock in, we can be productive. And the bonus, we can charge our devices whilst we're there as well. Overall, this really stands out as my favorite spot to work on the Gold Coast, and for that reason, I am giving it a 4.5 stars out of 5. There you have it. There's my favorite spots to work on the Gold Coast. As you can see, it's not actually as easy to find a comfortable spot as you may think. Let me know in the comments if you think I've missed one out. I would love to try your recommendations. Don't forget to subscribe for more travel and digital nomad content, and I'll see you in the next one.